Welcome back, my dudes. Welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. So we do need to talk to Cassandra in the Chantry, but we also need to have a look around Haven first and talk to some people, make some friends. And I also need to activate the Golden Nug, which is a little thing that lets you keep all the schematics and collectibles that you've had on all previous saves. And you have to do that first, because I have unlocked a lot of fucking schematics and collectibles and shit. I've played this game a lot. Not trying to humble brag, not trying to flex. If anything, this is sort of a mark of shame. Because I have played this game a lot, and this is just gonna be scrolling for a while. I also want to collect some iron, because now that I have unlocked all my schematics and shit, I can make Lennon a pretty good staff. Not like a great staff, but like a pretty good staff. I wanted to talk, I know I mentioned it briefly, but I didn't really get into it. The reason the Conclave was being held was directly because of the events of Dragon Age 2. Anders blew up the Chantry and kickstarted the Mage Templar War. Word spread to other circles across Thedas about what happened in Kirkwall, and the circles rebelled. And it resulted in just a lot of fighting all over Thedas.
Might be something here. Better take a closer look.
Which is one of many crises that the Inquisition is going to attempt to solve. The primary one being that giant green hole in the sky. I think it will come as a surprise to no one that Lennon is gonna side with the mages. He is a mage. He's not about... And plus, like, Templars make him nervous. Like, most things make him nervous. He's kind of a nervous boy in general. This is probably a good time to talk a little bit about Lennon. He is the first of his clan, a Dalish elf. At the beginning of the campaign, he is very Dalish, unapologetically Dalish. Very proud of his roots, very proud of his people and his clan. That changes later. Don't want to get into too many spoilers, but he learns some stuff that kind of shakes him to his core. He is, he's anxiety-ridden, I think is the best way to describe him. He gets nervous very easily. He is very earnest. He strives to do the right thing as much as possible. And he tries to be kind, too. Like, whereas Ren and Hawk both had really, like, sarcastic streaks, even to the point of, like, being kind of annoying and being a little bit mean. Lannon will never make a joke if he thinks it might hurt someone's feelings, or if he thinks it might be unkind. He's a good boy. He tries very hard. Probably a little too hard. Alright, we should have enough iron to make a pretty good staff by now. Though the schematic I have in mind I think needs 22 metal? 24 metal? I think we've got enough, but I'll grab this one just in case. Okay. Alright. Let us return to Haven proper. There are a couple, like, welcome to Haven quests that you get, like, talk to the Blacksmith, talk to the Apothecary, talk to the Quartermaster. And then you can also talk to some of the companions. Varric in particular. Lannon, like most people, Lannon gets on very well with Varric. He is just funny and laid back enough to put Lannon at ease. Plus, he's not a human. Lannon is very nervous around humans in the early days. Especially, like, Cullen, who's a Templar, and Cassandra, who's technically a Seeker, which is a lot like a Templar. Alright. And our first stop will be the Blacksmith. Hello, Harriet.
Research in the Nave has notes on alloys that may prove more effective against demons.
Oh, does she? Well, we'll take anything that gives our blades a bit more bite. You mages aren't half bad.
I am no longer a mage.
Even better.
Ugh. Here, don't be weird.
Expected you'd be by. I'm Harriet, and everyone knows who you are. How's the new gear fit?
It's not exactly what I'm used to.
Wrong time for style to dictate what you wear. World's gone mad. Stock armor and blades are good against bandits, but we're not fighting bandits. My gear will see you through demons, apostates, whatever this world throws at you. So, you need custom work, something special. You bring the materials to us, we'll make it happen.
If I want something, what can you make?
Start simple. Something to keep you safe. Take a look at it on the table there and we can talk. You'll need materials. We should have what you want just outside.
Goodbye.
Right.
Alright. And then grab these materials. And we are gonna make... And so I have all these all these schematics are ones that I've picked up over my many playthroughs. I can make the enchanter's staff. Okay, I know how crafting works. You don't gotta hold my hand. Yeah. So how I'm going to spec Lannon, how I usually spec mages in Inquisition. The Sularin is just a cute little thing for the people who watch Critfield Club. How I spec mages in Inquisition is I put them deep into like 1 or maybe 2 trees. For Lennon, because this is Critfield Club Lennon, it's going to be the lightning tree, electricity tree. Let's quickly put that. Yes, I know how modification works. It's okay. We'll put this on here. And that is a pretty dang good staff. Plus 10 attack, plus 33 heal on kill, and plus 2 willpower. Not too shabby. Let's go ahead and put that on him. Put this stuff away. And a cooldown. I guess that's better than literally nothing. And the apprentice coat arms, we'll save that for later. Let's go ahead and sell all that. And then buy the Tactician's Renewal. So we can spec Lannon more appropriately. Let's see. So yes, I put him pretty deep into Storm. And then his specialization will be Arcane Warrior. I also give him a couple points in Spirit. Not too many. I usually give him like, Barrier, maybe Mind Blast, stuff like that. But for now, just a couple. Yeah. Just a couple things to do some basic damage. And we probably don't have enough materials to make anything good. No, we don't. That's fine. I'll put some...
Something, let me know.
I'll put that, the arms on this thing. Yeah. It is. It is good enough. That's what we aim for here. Adequacy. Alright, so we talk to the blacksmith. Let's, talk to Varric. Yeah, Varric, what's up, my dude? How have you been since Dragon Age 2? What is good, my short king?
So, now that Cassandra's out of earshot, are you holding up all right? I mean, you go from being the most wanted criminal in Thedas to joining the armies of the faithful. Most people would have spread that out over more than one day.
I don't even want to think about how many lives were lost on that mountaintop.
A lot of good men and women didn't make it out of there. For days now, we've been staring at the breach, watching demons and maker knows what fall out of it. Bad for morale would be an understatement. I still can't believe anyone was in there and lived.
If it was that bad, why did you stay? Cassandra said you were free to go.
I like to think I'm as selfish and irresponsible as the next guy, but this... Thousands of people died on that mountain. I was almost one of them. And now there's a hole in the sky. Even I can't walk away and just leave that to sort itself out.
It's pure luck that I escaped.
Good luck or bad? You might want to consider running at the first opportunity. I've written enough tragedies to recognize where this is going. Heroes are everywhere. I've seen that. But the hole in the sky... that's beyond heroes. We're going to need a miracle.
Oh, yeah. I probably will. Let's see if there's a codex in here. Yeah. The patient observations. What Lennon was observed while he was unconscious. And there were some notes. And there's amusing portents and previews of stuff. Okay, so we talked to the blacksmith, let's talk to the apothecary. Actually, I guess we should talk to Solus. Hi.
The chosen of Andraste. The blessed heroes sent to save us all.
Am I riding in on a shining steed?
I would have suggested a griffon, but sadly they're extinct. Joke as you will, posturing is necessary. I've journeyed deep into the Fade in ancient ruins and battlefields to see the dreams of lost civilizations. I've watched as hosts of spirits clash to reenact the bloody past in ancient wars both famous and forgotten. Every great war has its heroes. I'm just curious what kind you'll be.
What do you mean, ruins and battlefields?
Any building strong enough to withstand the rigors of time has a history. Every battlefield is steeped in death. Both attract spirits. They press against the veil, weakening the barrier between our worlds. When I dream in such places, I go deep into the Fade. I can find memories no other living being has ever seen.
You fall asleep in the middle of ancient ruins. Isn't that dangerous?
I do set wards. And if you leave food out for the giant spiders, they are usually content to live and let live.
I've never heard of anyone going so far into the Fade. That's extraordinary.
Thank you. It's not a common field of study for obvious reasons. Not so flashy as throwing fire or lightning. The thrill of finding remnants of a 1,000-year-old dream? I would not trade it for anything. I will stay there. At least until the breach has been closed.
Was that in doubt?
I am an apostate mage surrounded by chantry forces, and unlike you, I do not have a divine mark protecting me. Cassandra has been accommodating, but you understand my caution.
You came here to help, Solus. I won't let them use that against you.
How would you stop them?
However I had to.
Thank you. But now let us hope either the mages or the Templars have the power to seal the breach.
So because normally Solus is a female elf-only romance, I have used a mod to unlock his romance path for Lannon. And because of that, there are going to be some lines of Lannon's that were not voiced. When that occurs, I'll just read the lines. It'll be fine. Lannon was the primary reason that Lannon felt so drawn to Solus was because he was really feeling that only elf mage here vibe. You know what I mean? Like, they were both elves, both mages, both apostates, both, by any sane definition, not friends of the Chantry, in an organization began by the Chantry. He felt safe with Solus. And it was a feeling that he really wasn't able to replicate with anybody else, because no one else really got it like Solus did. Let's talk to the apothecary.
Secret told me that he can't let the herbs go for anything less than 8.
Fine. We'll gather our own. Tell Segrid he better hope he doesn't need a salve anytime soon.
Drama in Haven.
Look who's back from the dead. Again.
I don't recall meeting you before.
I'd be surprised if you did. You weren't particularly coherent. Someone had to patch you up after you staggered out of making knows where, though. So, you're welcome.
I didn't realize. Thank you.
Yeah, well, you can pay me back by fixing the world. Name's Adan. I'm in charge of keeping our little band here stocked with potions and elixirs. Not that Seeker Pentagast seems to care whether we've got the supplies to actually do that.
I found notes by a Master Tajin. I wondered if you might be interested.
Let me have a look.
That was back in the...
This should-
I just sort of breezed past that house that we were in
see?
earlier.
With a distillate of... The old codger was on the edge of a breakthrough here, but he couldn't see it. You want some of these mixed up, you just give the word.
Alright, bye.
Farewell.
Alright, now we just need to talk to the quartermaster. And then we can head into the Chantry and, talk to Cassandra. I apologize in advance if I call her Cassandra. I am knee-deep in
Yes,
the,
sir. With Segrit's compliments, sir.
I am knee-deep in the
If you're
campaign
here
right
to
now.
clean, Hess can get you a bucket and a broom. Anyone calls you knife here, come to me.
Seriously?
Oh, you're him. Thren. Inquisition Quartermaster. I'm doing what I can to supply this mess. If you find what I need to fill one of my requisitions, I'd appreciate you bringing it in.
What did you mean when you mentioned requisitions?
I'm making this Inquisition run with what we have, but we're not a real army. We're stretched thin on materials, so I've put up a requisition list for anything that could help our people. Here, take a look. You find some iron and a good logging site, maybe Harriet can get our troops better weapons.
And I
Farewell.
already did that.
Make her go with you.
Before we got up here. Oh, god damn it, I used up all my iron. Okay, give me just a second. I'm gonna... Okay, I went and I found another iron deposit, and now we can turn this in. I am that bitch.
Excellent.
I am the bitch who does that. I always fill requisitions when I have them. Alright, let's talk to Cassandra. See what she has to say.
Does it trouble you?
If it wasn't enough to close the breach, what use is it?
You did everything we asked of you.
And it still didn't work.
What's important is that your mark is now stable, as is the breach. You've given us time, and Solas believes a second attempt might succeed, provided the mark has more power. The same level of power used to open the breach in the first place. That is not easy to come by.
Couldn't that kind of power just make things worse?
And people call me a pessimist. You've met Commander Cullen, leader of the Inquisition's forces.
It was only for a moment on the field. I'm pleased you survived.
This is Lady Josephine Montelier, our ambassador and chief diplomat.
Anderan Atishan.
You speak Elven.
You just heard the entirety of it, I'm afraid.
And of course, you know Sister Liliana.
My position here involves a degree of...
She is our spy master.
Yes, tactfully put, Cassandra.
Pleased to meet you all.
I mentioned that your mark needs more power to close the breach for good.
Which means we must approach the rebel mages for help.
And I still disagree. The Templars could serve just as well.
We need power, Commander. Enough magic poured into that mark.
Might destroy us all. Templars could suppress the breach, weaken it, so...
Pure speculation.
I was a Templar. I know what they're capable of.
Unfortunately, neither group will even speak to us yet. The Chantry has denounced the Inquisition, and you specifically.
That didn't take long.
Shouldn't they be busy arguing over who's going to become divine?
Some are calling you, a Dalish elf, the Herald of Andraste. That frightens the Chantry. The remaining clerics have declared it blasphemy, and we, heretics, for harboring you.
Chancellor Roderick's doing, no doubt.
It limits our options, Approaching the mages or Templars for help is currently out of the question.
Just how am I the Herald of Andraste?
People saw what you did at the temple, how you stopped the breach from growing. They have also heard about the woman seen in the rift when we first found you. They believe that was Andraste.
Even if we tried to stop that view from spreading...
Which we have not.
The point is, everyone is talking about you.
It's quite the title, isn't it? How do you feel about that?
I'm no herald of anything, particularly not Andraste.
I'm sure the Chantry would agree.
People are desperate for a sign of hope. For some, you're that sign.
And to others, a symbol of everything that's gone wrong.
They aren't more concerned about the breach, the real threat.
They do know it's a threat. They just don't think we can stop it.
The Chantry is telling everyone you'll make it worse.
There is something you can do. A Chantry cleric by the name of Mother Giselle has asked to speak to you. She is not far and knows those involved far better than I. Her assistance could be invaluable.
Why would someone from the Chantry help a declared heretic?
I understand she's a reasonable sort. Perhaps she does not agree with her sisters. You will find Mother Giselle tending to the wounded in the hinterlands near Redcliffe.
Look for other opportunities to expand the Inquisition's influence while you're there.
We need agents to extend our reach beyond this valley, and you're better suited than anyone to recruit them.
In the meantime, let's think of other options. I won't leave this all to the Herald.
All right. Mother Giselle was last seen in the hinterlands outside Redcliffe, tending refugees who fled the fighting between renegade Templars and apostate mages.
My scouts still comb the hills for clues about the explosion. I'll take what I can find.
The latest report suggests that the vicious struggle between the two groups has spread to the hinterlands, catching the refugees and Mother Giselle in the middle. It is vital to protect her and, if possible, restore order in the area. Scout Harding. We are absolutely gonna flirt the hell out of Scout Harding. Just like... Oh my god, I always flirt with Scout Harding, regardless of what kind of Inquisitor I'm playing. I mean, look at her! When will BioWare give us a real dwarf romance? Bunch of fucking cowards. Alright. This seems like a good place to leave it for today. When next we meet, we will head into the hinterlands and see what awaits us there. Looking forward to it.